Are joined by Andrew Arons, founder and managing partner at Synergy Advisory Management Group. Andrew, thank you so much for joining us today. Now, as we heard, some Black Friday sales are starting early this year, since obviously the traditional Black Friday is not clearly visible amid these safety protocols. Is starting too early going to spread thin consumers' willingness to buy?
I don't think so. I think people are going to be willing to buy. People have been pent up and bored, and I think that they're going to buy more, and they're going to start earlier, and it's going to end up being a little bit better than what people think.
Well, will consumer behavior actually change at all as far as going into the stores, or are they basically just turning to this e-commerce?
I think most people are going to turn to the e-commerce, and some people are still going to go into the stores, but it's going to be way different. But I think that people are going to be more eager to spend. And I think you're going to see that happen.
Much like you said, people have become bored, and consumer spending has come up in recent months. But is there really a need for holiday shopping now? We heard that a few people are cutting back on it. It looks like family and friends gatherings are going to be fewer in numbers and even in frequency. How are sales going to be affected by these two factors, if at all?
Well, I mean, people need their spirits to be lifted, and I think that people are just going to spend more money. I know that people are uncertain with their future a little bit here, but things are going to turn around. I think people realize that this COVID isn't going to last forever, and they've had a very trying year, and they're going to spend and make their holidays as good as possible. And I think that the numbers are going to come out at the end better than a lot of the analysts have expected.
So you think people aren't going to be less inclined to buy things since they're unemployed, or even they never see other people, perhaps?
Well, I mean, they're going to see other people. I mean, people are still using, FaceTime, and people are still using Zoom, which is very big, and people are still using Google Meet. They're still seeing people. They may not be coming in contact with them, and they're still connected. And I still think that although people may not have money coming in right now from a job, they know that something's going to come up on the horizon, and things are going to be more positive going forward.
Well, many people are still unemployed and waiting on some sort of stimulus check, right? At least here in the United States. Do you think holiday shopping is going to depend on whether or not Americans really receive that stimulus check?
Well, here in the U.S., I think it's pretty evident that we're going to see some sort of stimulus package. We've been hearing things going back and forth here for a few days, and something's going to come of it. It may not happen until after the election, but we'll see. But I think that stimulus is coming. I think people are going to be very eager for the holidays. It's been, like I said, a very emotional and trying year. And I think that sales are going to come from e-commerce. I think we're going to see a big increase from e-commerce. And since the spending's going to start earlier, I think that we're going to really start to see, the end of the year look pretty good.
Well, we see some people really concentrating on focusing and putting their savings, taking better care of their savings. Others, the ones who have them, obviously are spending more. Consulting firm Deloitte released predictions that this holiday season, the sales are going to depend on really how much the wealthy actually splurge and the poor cut back. Do you think that's an accurate assessment?
I do somewhat. I mean, I think that the wealthy are really going to splurge a lot more. I think you're going to see numbers like you haven't seen in a long time. And for the people, the lower income people, I think they're going to try to do whatever they can to enjoy this holiday. Like I said, this has been a very trying year, and people want to, end it on somewhat of a good note and look forward to 2021.
They do, and I hear what you're saying. I think a lot of people as well are bored and want to shop or shop online. They just turn to e-commerce since they can't go to the store. I know, full disclosure here, it's hard for me not to want to go to the mall and buy things. But I think there's a discrepancy there too when people are either using more credit cards or using some sort of credit to purchase things. Andrew Arons, founder and partner at Synergy Advisory Management Group, thank you so much for making time to be with us today.
Thank you so much.